So here we are. Got the mini up in the air again. The hood up. So I already changed out one thing, and then I realized, oh crap, I forgot to record it. So I'll just show you what I replaced. Replaced the front two exhaust hanger rubbers. Not really dried out, but I cut that. Not too shit. Very boingy, springy. Not too bad of a shape, but figured you never know. Anyway, placed those, and they went up underneath. Sliding across the garage floor. There's the new one. And there's the other new one. So, yep. This was a little. So, you take that side off first. You cut it off around the top. You pull it off, and then you can just slide it off of that one. It's got a smaller end than that one. Anyway. Not too bad. And to start up top on the transmission. I'm not replacing that doodad. So we're going to take this guy off. We're going to take that lid off. I'm going to take that off right now. Put that off to the side. And then we're going to disconnect the battery, take the battery out, take the tray out, take that little plastic wall thing out, and then we'll be able to get access to the transmission mount, which is underneath the battery tray. So, alright. So, undo this little doodad. I'm going to take this doohickey thingy off. Oh yeah, we're going to take that out. Airbox. We're going to take that out. Alright, airbox is next. So, we undo this guy. We undo that little clicker thing. Undo that little clicker thing over there. And then we do that guy. And then we got to get this guy out of the way. And then after that, oh, and we need to get this guy off. Just like that. And I believe that's it. Oh, and this hose comes off about there. Take it off. You work this guy off. Take that guy off. Hope I didn't forget about anything. And that big airbox top comes out of the way. Looky there. It's a filter. It's a filter. Take the filter out. Oh, look at all that dust. Huh. Not too bad. Huh. And then, once you get that out, you take this guy out. Gets held in by that doodad. And that thingy. That's a hole. Upside down. There we go. Alright, so we can see the side of the transmission mount, which is this. So we got access to these two nuts, and we gotta get that stuff out. Battery, battery wall, battery tray. So once you get the battery out and disconnected and all that, probably should have disconnected it before I started. There's three, get the bolts out so that this can come out. However, got these two electronic gizmos that you gotta disconnect. Be really, really careful. There's a lot of wires in that bundle. Don't goof up a pin or you're, yeah, just don't hurt a pin. Don't break a pin. So, there it is. Transmission mount. I need to get a flashlight. I can't see anything in there. You can probably see it in here, but I'm looking at that big shadow. I can't see squat. Let me back. I'm gonna grab a flashlight. Don't get the smoke all, get your underwear all in the knots. I vape and it's vape smoke. Nothing's on fire. So from this angle, after having a flashlight, I can see better and see what's going on. We got access to the plate that is on top of the transmission mount, which is that single bolt right there. That's the only thing that's holding the transmission up. And if you see there, I think it's worn out. I don't know, maybe another 10,000 miles, maybe. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that jack and we're gonna put it underneath to support the transmission and engine, because there's only, was it 3 connections? 2 engine mounts and 1 transmission mount. I'm not doing, we did the one in the back. I'm not doing the one that's over on this side because that was swapped out about 10,000 miles ago. That was this guy that got swapped out. That was completely blown through. It was kind of, that was a fun experience on the road. Not really. And so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go for a ride. See if that infamous clunk is still there. By golly, if this doesn't fix it, I think I might just swap out radiator caps. Yeah, I think that'll probably do it. So once you get those 2 nuts off, those 2 bolts, those 2 nuts, I guess this plate's down here, so we gotta take this guy off, put that up in your work tray, and this plate is supposed to come off. Oh, it's connected to something. Oh, it's connected to that. I gotta take that off. Yeah, I gotta take that off. Oops. Okay, once you get that guy off of that plate, then you can put your tool up on your tool little bench thing. And after that, this plate, well, the wires don't get in the way. I didn't forget about anything else. I think I did. Oh, I'm gonna just slide it out of the way. We'll go do that. Oh. I forget. What am I looking at? Oh, that guy. Gotta disconnect that guy. Alright, one more time. Alright, once you get that thingy out of the way, move this whole harness out of the way, and we're gonna take this plate out of the way. Yep, there it is. There it goes. Put this off to the side. And now we got access to that doodad. That doodad. That guy, I believe, is a 17. Well, I figured before I get too intense at taking this bolt out, I'll show you all the damage that, or all the stuff that's worn out. Looks like it is completely worn out. Obviously completely on this side. And it looks like everything, looks like the entire thing all the way around is completely dried out, worn out. She's done. So, kind of surprised that nut is not, or that bolt isn't super duper tight. That one and the other two on the other side, they were super duper tight. Alright, we're gonna take that bolt out, and we're gonna take this out, and I got the underneath supported so it doesn't drop too badly, and we'll go from there. Alright, bolt's loose, shifted a little bit, but it didn't drop, which is good. How many washers we got? We've got 2 washers. Okay, put it with the other random hardware. See what comes up. Oh, there it goes. So, you know, when I was on YouTube way back, and I had an issue with my transmission, I was doing some searching on some Mazda forums about the transmission. What is it called? Transmission computer module or whatever. The TCM, I think it's called. That's where it's at. That. Yep. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's see how much damage we got. Wow. You can see light coming out of that side. That side. Light coming all the way through on that crack. You can see that. Those are completely worn out. And then on the top portion, it's kind of bright. Show it a little bit. That's completely ripped through. So it looks like about 25% is left on this side that's holding together. And it looks like the same on this side. Yeah, just that. Ripped. Rip. Just that little bit. So if this wasn't causing the clunk, I'm changing the radiator cap. Okay. Oops, upside down. There we go. Alright. Old, new. Not ripped. Ready to go. Looks great. Super duper. Looks terrible. Not super duper. And she goes. Alright, well, once you get that bolt in all lined up, you put the plate in, put that other plate in, this first, then that, put all the bolts and nuts in, and then you slowly put everything back together and take your sweet time. And then, yep, you don't want to overlook anything. Alright. So when you're done, hopefully it looks like that. Fingers crossed, it should look like that. Alright, everything's put back. Time to close the lid, get it off the jack stands, and go for a spin and see if that gosh darn clunk is still there. All right. All right, here we go. Gonna go see if we can find a bump to listen for a clunk. See what happens. All right. Well, I remember there's some really massive speed bumps really close to the house, so we're gonna go for these massive speed bumps and see what happens. So now we're just waiting for the red light to turn green, and then we're gonna go zoom down the road. It's a long red light. Well, it seems long. All right, here comes the big thing. Here we go. Gosh darn it! So, the clunk is still there. And my extremely patient wife came along with the ride. And we went over the speed bump and it's loud clunk. She said, why don't I get out so I can hear and see if I can see it? Where it's coming from? It doesn't sound like that. But think she figured it out. All right, you see the strut? You see that plastic? Well, we're gonna go back and put it back up in the air, and you're gonna see what I can feel with my fingers. That's hitting that, and it's destroying that. Gosh darn it. So, here we are. Back up in the air, tires off. I'm talking about up there. That plastic. Look at it. Looks like that has been chewing. The base of the strut thing of the spring has been chewing all this. So it goes up and then it grabs it and it does that. So I'm going to take my little doodad tool thing and I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim it. And then I'm going to go for another drive. Yep. So, trim some plastic. There she looks. She's got a trim, little trim. That'll do. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. By golly. What the fuck is that? What is that? Alright, did a quick trim. Now we're back out on the road, going to the stoplight to go to the big giant speed bumps for the clunk and stuff. Oh, that thing that I saw up in the wheel well, that was the windshield wiper fluid. I ran the windshield wipers with the wash stuff in it. Yeah, we're good. Alright, here goes nothing. Well, the first bump, didn't hear anything. Here comes another one. I'm gonna get some gas. Well, I guess the clunk is gone. I should have brought my very patient wife along with me in the beginning. However, let's see, what did we find and we fixed? We found and fixed the wheel well plastic the first time. Fixed that. Found the passenger underskirt wind whatever thing, that plastic tray underneath. That was dingle dangling. Fixed that. And then we found the sway bar bushings were all dry rotted. Replaced that. And then we noticed the rear engine mount bushing was slid out of its spot. Replaced that, and then also replaced the rear engine vibration absorber thingy. Good thing we replaced that. That was only being held on by about 20-25% left of the rubber. And then thinking, well, let's see, the passenger engine mount was replaced about 10 to 15,000 miles ago, so might as well replace that. That was replaced, so replacing the rear one, so why not replace the come to find out, the transmission mount. Good thing we did that, because that was only being held up together by about 20-25% left of the rubber. And then let's see, what else did we do? We also replaced the two of the exhaust hanger rubber thingies. And yeah. And
well, you purchased spark plugs. You didn't do
I haven't done the spark plugs. That's for another video. I got the clunk gone. Well, I got another video coming up on when you find oil on your spark plug cable, spark plugs threads, but not in the spark plug little igniter area. That's probably going to be the next weekend, or the weekend after that, because we got holidays coming up and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, boils down to the valve cover seal is all worn out, so gonna replace that. That's another video. I'm done for the day. Later.